Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the live stream on a Monday, the bite-sized live stream. We are back and we are live on a Monday, as we usually are. But I had a week off. Actually, it's just slightly longer than that. But we are back, people. Did you miss me? That's the biggest question. Did you all miss me while I was off? So how is everybody doing? Let's get everybody on. If you are joining us, get your questions, get your comments in as always. I'm going to be answering whatever you want to talk about tonight, whether it's running shoes, coaching questions, whatever it is. We shall see who turns up tonight. So how is everybody? I had a week off. I was in Potters, which was great. Met some nice people. It was great at the winter 10K yesterday. I met loads of people. So thanks to everybody who said hello yesterday. So that was good. Had a great time in London. And we are back into the mill, really, aren't we? We're back into sort of the main part of marathon training. We've got loads and loads coming your way on the channel this week. So tomorrow, we've got the Cielo X1 2.0 sort of race feedback. That's coming tomorrow. I filmed that. On Thursday, I'm not 100% sure if we might. There's quite a good video coming about budget running shoes. So I don't know if that's going to come on Thursday. It depends. May have that. I am this week going to film a video about a shoe that really I should hate, but I kind of don't. I'm going to put that out probably this week if I get a chance to film that. What else have we got? We've got quite a few. I've done quite a few videos actually. In terms of vlogs and things like that while I was off. So that was quite cool. I was up in the trails and things like that. So so that was good. But yeah, if you're joining us now, make sure you do get your questions and get your comments in about running shoes, coaching questions, whatever you want to talk about tonight. I'm happy to do that. Remember that you are all marketing, 40 Runs marketing team. So I expect as we now progress every week, we're going to be here up until the sort of spring marathons. I want all of you to bring somebody with you each week. That's your job, okay? My job is to turn up every week. Your job is to bring somebody with you, okay? It's the deal, okay? Right, so what else? I think that's about it in terms of videos. We've got shoes. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to work my way through them as best as I can, as always. Torrent 8 from Ultra. Some Saucony shoes. I'm taking the Zara shoe tomorrow I've got an interval session in the day, so I'm going to do that in the Zara shoe, see what that's like. And then we'll figure that out and we'll try and get some more miles in that this week. The good thing is I've got plenty of miles. So we've got plenty of opportunity to run in loads of different shoes, which is kind of cool. I think that's about it in terms of what I'm up to. I think we'll dive into the questions, shall we? So again, if you're joining us late, okay, make sure you get your questions, get your comments in onto the live chat. If you're listening to this as a podcast, by the way, thanks very much. I forgot about you lot. I appreciate you catching up as you're out on your run, or maybe you're watching this video back. Thanks very much for doing that. Again, you guys who all watch this, especially you lot in the live chat, you are 40 Runs marketing department. We do need to make one of you in charge of that department. Maybe we'll put Matt Nash as the director of 40 Runs marketing, but you all need to bring somebody with you next week. Deal? Okay. Right. So let's get into the sort of, it feels like I've been away for a long time, but I actually haven't, but I feel like I have because I've missed you lot. So I'm just going to say good evening, everybody. All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you to everybody who has joined us. Thank you, Gary. Matthew, all the way from Sydney's in there. Right, hang on. So let's just work way. So Lee Jackson. So let's get this one. Good evening, Chris. Cracking weekend down in London for everyone. Cheers to all for making it. It was memorable, and well done to everybody who took part in the Winter 10K. Or if you're racing in general, I've got the Chelmsford half on Sunday. I'm going to wear the Adidas Pro 4 on Sunday. That's my plan for that race. I'm going to wear my Lucid Lemon Adidas Pro 4, see if the sizing's correct. Matthew, what's the best way to carry water on your long runs? I use a Solomon hydration vest. Solomon. Don't know how to pronounce it. I got that from them. Or was it Start Fitness sent it to me? But either way, that's a good one. Not over the top in terms of price, but it's not the cheapest. I like it. It's not too heavy, not too many straps and all that sort of stuff. I like stuff that's not very complicated, which I think most of you regular guys and girls will know. I like stuff that's not very complicated. So that's the one for me. But yeah, so that's what I'd recommend. Evening, Ben. Again, guys, get your questions and get your comments into the chat and I will answer them. I'll work my way through them tonight. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for joining us for the first time. We really do appreciate it. How it works is you guys get into the live chat, ask away, whether it's questions about shoes, coaching, whatever. So yeah, get into there. And again, I'll work my way through those as we go through the show. Hi, Fordy. I hope you're well. I am very well, thank you. I'm a little bit overweight after eating 4 meals a day. 4 meals a day every day last week, which is a little bit excessive. What's your marathon trainer of choice? I love my Adidas Pro 4s. Are we talking race day or are we talking training? Let me know. And I'll come back to you, Ben. If it's race day, Pro 4s, good shout. We'll find out on Sunday. I'm going to be wearing mine on Sunday to see if they fit properly. But yeah, so let me know if it's a race day shoe. Or not. Dennis, evening, everyone. Thanks for a great winter 10K. Yes, I'm sure the meetups are getting better and better. They're getting bigger and bigger. If you're not, again, if you're new and you've not joined the 40 Runs Running Club, it's totally free. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You could be a member. So get involved with that. 40runs.com is free to join. Be part of the largest club in the country. Good evening. Okay, just amazing. So many of you in tonight. It's awesome. Thanks again to everybody. Get yourselves in the comments and get involved in the show. Right, so Kevin, here we go. Good evening, 40 and everyone. Really enjoyed the vibes at the winter run yesterday. Lovely to meet so many of you. Yeah, it was great to meet. So okay, it was just lovely. It was, if I could have hung about a little bit longer, I would have done. It was fantastic. And as I say, my video from yesterday in terms of the Cielo X1 2.0 feedback drops tomorrow. I did do another run in the shoe, but that was my second run in them yesterday. So that video is going to come out tomorrow, just as a heads up. Usual time, 11 o'clock on the channel. Okay. Mark Langhorn, think of signing up for the winter 10K next year. Is it worth the price? I enjoy it. For me, if you're not in the UK, it's a big 10K event that takes place in London. It raises, I think, I might be wrong in terms of the figure, so excuse me, but I think it's raised something like £6 million for cancer research over the years, which is incredible. Great charity. So that's good news. It's a good event. It sort of starts the season off, race season. I feel like when I get the winter 10K done, I sort of know that we're getting into the main part of the spring training. It's like the signal start. So I would say, yeah, the vibes are good. Obviously, as 40 Runs Running Club, there's always loads of us there. I think they had like 150 of them in the pub afterwards. So it's always a good one. So yeah, I mean, there's an early bird offer, I think, out there. So it's worth taking advantage of. Adam, did you see Andy Forrest of Dean run and talk about hill rub on the? No, I've not. I've tried to avoid YouTube while I was off. But I've had no hill rub at all in the Deviate Nitro Puma shoes. Deviate Nitro Elite shoes, sorry. I've had none. I did the Leeds 10K in them. The video's out on them. Might have done a half in the shoe as well. So again, videos out on that. So check that out. But I've had the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. I've had no issues with it. I think it's a cracking shoe. It's not a shoe I'd wear for a marathon, but it's a great fun shoe. It really, really is. It would, if I didn't have the Cielo X1 2.0 to wear yesterday, I probably would have worn that. It's a fantastic shoe. It really is. It's a great shoe. Guys, get your questions and comments in the chat, please, and I will answer them as we go through. Okay. Evening, Chris Smith. Chris, I think if it's Chris Smith, or I think it is, Chris, if you sent an email in, we responded today, not me personally, but so if that is you, check your inbox. Okay. Thomas Hill. Evening 40, looking for some suggestions. Currently using the Pro 4s. Which ones? For races, and Super Blast 2 for long runs, easy runs. And tempo. Oh, blimey. Okay. It's Super Blast 2 can do. Looking for another shoe to absorb miles. How are the Hurricane 24s? I would go 24 is a good shoe. Okay, so Pro Force for race day, whatever Pro Force is, Saucony, Adidas, whatever. Super Blast 2 for long runs and some of the easier miles. I would stick something in there like a super trainer. So some of that tempo work and maybe some of those longer runs with some goal pace in them. So listen, it could be any. It could be Nike Zoom Fly 6. It could be Hyperion Max 2. Boston 12, 13. 13's on its way. Whatever. There's so many good super shoes out there at the moment. Super trainers. So I would stick a super trainer in there. That's what I'd probably stick in. I think that's where you're probably missing. So Super Blast, long, some of the easier stuff. Tempo, goal pace work, super trainer. That's probably what I'd go. But don't pay full price because there's so many coming out. Yeah, don't pay full price. Okay. Adam, right, let's just keep going down. Oh, here we go. Right, next question. Jason, good afternoon. What shoe do you think is most similar to the Nike Invincible Run for heel strikers? Nike Invincible Run. I would probably look at something like the Glycerine Max. It's probably a good shout. Check that one out. Evening, Debbie. Oh, Matt Nash questions in. If you're new around here, first time listening, firstly, thanks for joining us. Secondly, every week Matt Nash gives us a sensible question because Paigey never comes up with a sensible one. Can you remember a pair of running shoes where you were blown away by them in your very first run in them? What was it about them that impressed you so much? It was probably the Adidas Pro 3, Adizero Pro 3. That's what probably it was. That's the one that blew me away. I was like, maybe Super Blast. But I think I'm never. There was a pair. I took a pair of literally box fresh, opened the box up, and went and run the Great North Run in a pair. It was such a good shoe. Is such a good shoe. The Adidas Pro 3. It's just such a forgiving marathon shoe and half marathon shoe that you can literally get away with murder in it. You can push like hell. Yeah. Simon was wearing them yesterday for the 10K, ran a 41-minute 10K. But you can run and it's all relative, but like a 4.5-hour marathon in them. You know, or you could take them on a 20-mile long run. It's such a brilliant shoe. I think it's in a way it's a shame that the new ones has gone the direction is, and don't get me wrong, the new one's brilliant. Yeah. But the Pro 3 is so good. If you could pick up a pair of Adidas Adizero Pro 3s cheap, do it. Honestly, it's such a good shoe. It really is. It's one of those. It's one of those ones where you just go, you know what, this is quality. I mean, the Super Blast was good. Super Blast was good. I was like, wow. But like I said, that was that's a marathon training shoe monster. All right, that's a monster. But yeah, the Adidas Adizero Pro 3. Great question. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everyone's support joining us live. Thanks very much to everybody. It means a lot. Get in the comments. Get in the chat. Let's get involved, people. We're here every Monday. You lot in charge of marketing. Bring a friend next week. Richard, hi. Great to meet everyone at the Winter 10K. Fordy, you started me. Come on, Rich. You ain't got time. Get changed. Yeah, I was rounding people up yesterday, Richard. So yesterday we had a couple of photos, but we had a photo when I was there because I had to go off to the pen. And Hayden sent me off to go make sure we was rounding up people. So I was just going around telling everyone to get into the photo. We do love a photo. Mike Gordon, the 10K places have been sent over to Brooks. So that's now in their hands. We did if you didn't know, while I was on holiday, we gave away, I can't remember, 6 places, I think, to the Brighton 10K with Brooks. And so again, another reason to be part of 40 Runs Running Club. Is free, but you get we gave away 8 marathon places, and no one had to like join an app to get in with a chance of doing that. It's all free, you know. So yeah, we gave those away, and the names went over to Brooks, so they will sort that out. So yeah, it was that. I think it was done on a first come first serve basis. I really didn't have anything really much to do with it because it was done while I was away. So yeah, so if you're in the mix, I guess you'll find out. But again, I don't really know too much about it. But thank you very much for getting involved. Hi, Fordy and everyone. Good to see lots of people at the Winter 10K. I'm torn between picking the Adidas Pro 4 or the Deviate Nitro Elite 3 for Edinburgh Marathon. I may have answered this question. What are the major differences? For me personally, the Elite 3, like I said, is a great shoe. And I'll tell you something now, people. When that shoe gets discounted, it's going to be worth buying. It's a great 10K shoe. It's okay as a half marathon shoe as well. But I wouldn't wear it. For me, it's too it's not unstable. It's too narrow for a marathon distance for me. I'd actually rather be in the Hyperion PB for the marathon in the Elite 3. But the Elite 3 is a fantastic shoe. But answering your question, I would be in the Adidas Pro 4 in the marathon for Edinburgh. If you got the sizing right. I'm going to find out if my sizing is correct on Sunday when I run the Chelmsford Half Marathon. We shall know. We shall find out. But let's see. But yeah, in terms of the Elite 3, someone was asking earlier about heel rubbing. I've had none. 0. As I said, I've done races. It's all documented on the channel. That was it. I ran the Manchester Half in a pair. That was the other race I did. The Manchester Half. That's again on the YouTube channel. You can go and see how I got on with that. So there we go. Chris Smith, got my new bargain race day shoes after watching your 4-hour video. Yeah, I did a video about shoes for people who run over 4 hours. That's, no, I'm not going to go down that road. Wearing them Sunday in Rome for a half, and then for London, New Balance SC Elite version for £144. Wow, that's a good price. Yeah, the new SC Elite's on its way. So SC Elite is currently getting discounted, people. So it's a good shout if you can pick that up. Yeah, good shoe. Really good shoe. I might even wear mine. Oh no, I can't. I've got yeah, no, I can't. But anyway, that's one of the wonders of testing shoes. Evening 40 champ, hope you well. Thank you very much. Matt Nash, what are the benefits of being 40 Runs marketing director? Matt, there's loads of benefits of being the 40 Runs director. So if Matt's, I've promoted Matt to he's in charge of marketing now. He needs to get you lot to bring people along to this live stream every week and make this the largest live stream in the world. And benefits for Matt. Can you regulars, Mick? I'm glad you just joined us, Mick. Can you let Matt know what his benefits are? Mick's head of HR, the marketing HR. He'll give you the benefits of being 40 Runs marketing director. Okay. So Rich is saying that I'm not allowed to go away again because last week he had to speak to his family because I was away. Sorry about that, pal. So, my bad. Okay, what's going on with ASICS stock control? What's going on with Adidas's stock control as well? Everyone was getting really upset. I put a video out about the Evo SL, a bit of an update on it because it's a great shoe. People going, "Oh, I can't get hold of it. I can't get hold of it," and it was all freaking out about that. And then ASICS are at it again with the Super Blast 2. It's the problem when everybody. It's like a unicorn. The Super Blast 2. It really is. It's just amazing. It's just a fantastic show. I don't know how much of it is them holding them back, but you'd be nuts, wouldn't you? You'd want to make a truckload of them and just sell them, wouldn't you? It's just nuts. I don't get it. I don't get it. Who knows, people? Who knows? Oh, this looks like a Carl. He's got the Atlanta Marathon on Sunday. Last run for the Meta Speed Sky Paris. Replacement ideas. Training for 10K PB next. What about the new version? That's coming. I don't know if you've seen the Instagram post. It wouldn't surprise me, by the way, that drops. I know this was. I've known nothing about this, but it wouldn't surprise me that drops Paris Marathon time. The new one. So maybe look out for that. Could be a good shout. Other than that, 10K. Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3, which you mentioned, although people are saying it's got heel rubbing issues. Saucony Elite 2's just about to drop, although that's more marathon shoe. But Hayden ran his yesterday at a 10K. There's so many out there, bruv. There is so many out there. Yeah. But either way, good luck on Sunday, yeah? Let us know how you get on next week when you bring your friend along to join the live stream. See what I did there? There we go. Hi, Fordy. Does a runner's body weight affect how many carbs they should be aiming for in the longer runs? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen this affect and impact runners that I coach in terms of bigger guys needing more fuel. So yeah, it does impact it. In fact, one client of mine, we actually we underfueled him, and then we was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And then we realised he wasn't fueling enough, and then we tweaked that, and it worked out okay. So yeah, it can do from experience that I've seen. So yeah, definitely. Love the look of the Cielos for Kevin. Looking forward to the review. Yeah, review again drops. Cielo X1 2.0 drops tomorrow. I would say it's more of an initial verdict on it, initial view on it. But that drops tomorrow, 11 o'clock. So make sure you check that out. Steve's asking, what is my fueling strategy for London? How does it compare with your mates, for example, Ben? Yeah, fueling is very much an individual thing. Again, going back to what Dan was saying about size, weight, metabolism, height. There's loads to take into consideration. Obviously, there's the science behind it, but also everybody's different. For me, I will fuel London 4 miles. Every 4 miles, I'll take a gel. I'll have my usual sort of carbohydrate higher diet leading up to it, and that would include a carby diet, food on Saturday. But I will increase my carbs that week. I'll have my usual porridge, as I always do. Plain porridge is as boring as it's just like eating wallpaper paste. And I'll have that, and then I'll fuel. Every 4 miles. I'll then on London they have Lucasade Sport on course. They have it spread out at London, so when I see that, I'll take a cup of that, get most of it down me, and then be sticky for the rest of the race. But I'll have some of that on their course. That's what I've always done at London, and it's always been fine. One year I got it massively wrong, and I've learned from that basically. So yeah, so that's the strategy. Ben's different. Ben will take a salt tab at, I might get this wrong, but I think he takes a salt tab at 4, then gels at 5. Is I think how he does it. For example, Simon. Can't remember what Simon does. He's not training for a marathon until autumn, so I've not been doing. He did 15 miles starved on Saturday, just gone, and then stuffed his face in McDonald's. So I'm not really up to speed what he's up to at the moment. Yeah, so that's roughly what I'm doing. Okay, right, moving on. I'm looking to buy a marathon race day shoe. Again, guys, if you're joining us late, get your questions, get your comments in. Mike is looking to buy a marathon race day shoe. I ran in Boston 12 and Super Blast. What would you recommend? Adidas Pro 4s. I think, just watch your sizing. That's the only thing. But again, I can't comment 100% on the sizing until I've run Chelmsford Marathon on Sunday. I'm just going to have a drink, everybody. Cheers. Good to be back. But yeah, try that. Alf, what's the penguin thing about? I don't know, just ask him. Got no idea. Paige is saying he's 6'5", 16 stone, needs double the amount of stone. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Rob, I tried a pair of Adidas Pro 4s yesterday. Well, that heel definitely felt unstable and I was only walking. Yeah, it's different. Don't forget, Rob, super shoes will feel awkward and unstable when you're walking in them because of the foams, the way they're built up and that lot. The only one that probably doesn't feel that unstable is the SC Elite version 4 when you're walking about it. But you ain't going to be walking about in it. You may be at mile 22, 23, because I've done that. But realistically, you're going to be, more forward in your foot strike. that sort of thing. It's going to be a totally different sensation. So I I wouldn't pay. This is where I get find it a bit amusing when people say, "Oh yeah, I've walked about in them in the house and they feel really unstable." Well, they're gonna. They're a super trainer. They've got nearly like 40 mil of stack in them. They've got a super soft foam, Peber foam in them, which probably got a massive cutout down the middle of it. So you're like, you know, really like big load of foam under the forefoot. What do you expect? You know, got that rocker in there. So yeah. Okay. Running first. Philip is running his first half marathon at the end of the summer and a marathon in the fall. Good luck, Philip. If you need some coaching, get in touch, FORDYRUNS.com. We can help you out for a customized plan or one-to-one coaching. Best non-plated marathon training shoe, the Super Blast ASICS Super Blast 2, if you can get a pair. Good luck, Mo. But yeah, that's the best shoe. Fordy, have you ever tried? That's a good question. Have you ever tried trail running shoes from Puma? If so, what are your thoughts? I did years ago. I've not tried any of their recent ones. They've not sent any through, but I'm not a big trail runner. I was fortunate last sort of 10 days to be able to get up into the trails where I was off. And like a little bit before that. So I was able to get up there. But ASICS are my go-to trail running shoes, to be honest. They fit me. They've got what I need. We've got a video coming out on ASICS trail shoes in general because they are my go-to trail shoes. I just prefer them. And I mentioned all the reasons why in that video. But Puma trail shoes, I haven't got anything against them. It's just I've never tried them really. So I had a pair that were all right. In fact, they were like a GTX version. They're very good actually in terms of waterproof. But I've not tried anything since. And that's mainly to say I'm not a big trail runner. Although I do love it. Just don't get the opportunity. Okay, what's this one? Ben Smith. What's your favorite race running trainer? Can't wait to meet you guys at Brighton. I will be at Brighton. Don't forget, we're doing a Brighton sort of get together on the morning. On the Saturday, we're doing the Brighton park run. So come along to that. What's your favorite race running trainer? I'll let you know after Sunday, but probably at the moment the Adidas Pro 4. But let's see what that sizing's like on Sunday, and I'll report back to you guys next Monday. So again, another reason to join me live here on the live stream. Hopefully everyone's giving this live stream a thumbs up because it really helps the old algorithm. Philip is joining us. He's a hill striker. I have Hyperion Max 2 and Super Blast. Would you recommend the Endorphin Pro or New Balance Elite? I would go with the New Balance Elite. I think that's a more stable platform than the Endorphin Pro. So, yeah, definitely check out the New Balance Elite. And like we said earlier, they're discounted that down now. Yeah, they're discounted down because the new version's coming. So there we go. Thomas is running London as his first ever marathon. He likes his Pro Force from Adidas, but I think I'll play it safe and run it with my fresh Super Blast 2. Feel my form will deteriorate in the Pro 4. Yeah, you know, the Super Blast 2 will easily get you around, and it's your first London. So yeah, go with the Super Blast 2. I'm telling you now, you'll comfortably get around in them. It's just a phenomenal shoe. Had to be. Was being talked into my first full marathon in the pub yesterday. Oops. Which one would you pick as a first for course and crowd to help with those like London marathon? I would. I'd do the London marathon as your first. Yes, Steve. Thank you very much. He's saying about hitting the like button. Hi, Chris. This is from Rod. Can you recommend a cheaper alternative to Saucony Elite 2? Yeah, the Adidas Pro 4, but it's not much cheaper, but it is cheaper. I've got the Elite 2. You've probably seen that on the channel. If you've not checked the videos out, we've done some races and stuff like that in the shoe. But it doesn't fit me that well. It cuts in and gives my little toes a hell of a, well, especially a bit of a pump in. So I would say the Adidas Pro 4 is the closest thing I would say to that shoe in my mind. So check out the Adidas Pro 4. Make sure, get your sizing right. Ben, what trainer are you most looking forward to this year? probably the Brooks Hyperion Max 3. That's got dual foam setup. We've got DNA Gold, and I think it's DNA Flash. I might be wrong, but it's a two foam setup. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that could be an absolute killer of a training shoe. I'm also, it's coming out, I think, next week. But I'm also interested on the Vomero. To see what direction. That's not the one I'm really looking forward to, but just and a shoe I'm interested in. To see what's going on there. So let's see. Super shoes from John Davis. Company run a 10K in an hour and 15 minutes. Should I consider buying super shoes? Yeah, why not? Why not, John? Life's too short. Go for it. If you can afford it, do it. Michael, another Puma DV8 question. Is there a big difference between the Elite 3 and Elite 2, as the Elite 2 is going for under 100 quid? There is, but under £100, it's a bargain. I saw these the other day, the Puma Elite 2, and I was tempted. It's a fantastic shoe. It'd be a good shoe to have. Again, it's all money, right? But it'd be a good shoe to have as like a sort of 10K, 5K, even like workout shoe, because it's a lot of fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun. The 3 is a bit more of a grown-up shoe. Does that make sense? It's a little bit more sort of corporate, but not in a bad way. It's a fantastic shoe. But yeah. Lee Jackson, marathon race day shoe, Adidas Pro 4 Meta Speed. I'd go for Pro 4. Found the Pro 4 very soft yesterday. I was just thinking maybe something a little bit stiffer. It is very soft. But I think the Sky Paris is quite narrow. So I would go Adidas Pro 4 or buy the Pro 3 cheap. That's a curveball for you. It was, Ian. We missed you, bruv. You probably won it. Okay, mate. Get your hands. Second-hand shoes. Okay, right. I'm just skipping through. Gavin, given the insane amount of shoes you've tested and running, can you remember the first ever pair of shoes you raced in? My first 2 half marathons were in a pair of Pegasus. It probably would have been in Pegasus. I was a big wearer of Pegasus. So yeah, probably would have been a pair of Pegasus. Might have been a pair of Asics Nimbus or a pair of Pegasus. I think probably a pair of Pegasus. Running Dad, what are your thoughts on the running channel's constant sponsored posts that aren't listed as ads or sponsored posts? That is a question. That is a question. Do I get myself into trouble? I think I'm going to leave that one. Yeah. As you can imagine, I have strong opinions on many things. I'm going to leave that one well alone, which may in itself give you the answer. Evening, Chris. Winter 10K looked epic. I've been on the Norwegian 4x4 tonight. It's a great session. I've seen some of your guys doing that session this week. Yep. Welcome to the team. Isn't it funny? Can you recommend a wide fit race day shoe? Yes. Check out the stuff from New Balance. John. Okay. Adam's saying that we call holidays, we call vacations. Yep. I know that. Fully aware of that. Thanksgiving, July 4th, etc. Yep. Spend a lot of time years ago, Adam, in the US. I mean, a lot of time. For example, I was in Arizona for about 5 months at one point. So, yeah, all about it. Mick, 40 over 20-mile race this coming Sunday, with it being 6 weeks out from Newport Marathon. How should I approach it? 20-mile race. I would run that at goal pace. 6 weeks out. Yeah. Yeah. Now saying that, Mick, because I know maybe do half of it at goal pace. Yeah, do half of it at goal pace. I know Mick, so if anybody's, I know Mick, so yeah, do maybe half of it at goal pace. Up to 15 miles, you could do. It's a funny one, Mick. If you'd have PB'd yesterday, I would have said probably pushed on a bit. But yeah, do about 15 miles, 10 to 15 miles at goal pace. No more than that. The reason I say you looked a little bit overcooked yesterday. So I'm wondering if your training's too much. Yeah. Great answer on the fueling. Evening 40, when would you start incorporating marathon pace into the long runs? Depends. You ain't going to like the answer. It depends on your experience and where you are. Are you looking to get round? You're looking to do a sub 4. Is that your first marathon? What experience have you got? How much training you're doing now? What's your volume like? There's a lot to take into account. Ideally, you are incorporating that, but at what point in the plan are you incorporating that? Depends on you as a runner, experience, and that sort of thing. What you're doing in the week. But yes, you do need to be doing some, but how much I can't without knowing you as a runner. I don't want you to go get bloody injured or something stupid like that. Probably didn't help as I finished that. Oh yeah, so that's just coming back on that. Lisa, I bought some Saucony Kivara Pro on sale last year. Used them for the Fulham 10K, Winter 10K. I've got a place in Brighton Marathon. Will these be okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Saucony Kivara Pro is an awesome running shoe. Undervalued, misunderstood. People don't understand it. It's a brilliant shoe for anybody who mildly pronates. Brilliant shoe. Okay. Chris, I'm looking for shoes. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Apologies for that, Harry. Hi, Chris. I just want to get your thoughts on this year's upcoming running shoes. Can you only see stack heights continue to get higher, or do you think they've now peaked? I think they've peaked to a degree. It's interesting the way that the Hoka looked at the Cielo to make it, with regards to World Athletics, they base it on a sample size, so that gets it under in terms of legality. So I think they're going to continue to stretch the grey area in terms of running shoes. But yeah, I think stack heights will top out to a point. I think they'll get to a point and then they'll start playing again with the foams in those increased stack heights. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that, and then we can play around with the geometry of the shoe and all that sort of stuff, tweak the plates and add some, new gadgets in there and sort of thing and play around with it. But a lot of it will then come down to the foams. But you got to remember, it's how the shoe the shoe works with the runner, with the biomechanics of the runner. It's like it's like the Zara shoe, yeah. It's like, oh, we need a carbon plated shoe. We're going to stick some TPE foam on there and a carbon plate. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Not necessarily. You need to research these things and work with runners and understand how runners work and understand the biomechanics of it all before you can optimize the performance of that shoe. Millions and millions go into these shoes. Hours and hours of research goes into these shoes. That's why when you see Zara come along with a carbon plate shoe, you have to think, really? Should we be nervous? You know what I mean? We should find out tomorrow. Chris, thanks for asking the question without answering the question about the running channel. I encourage you and your viewers to get the ASA. No, about their advertising activity. Okay. Thanks, Running Dad. Appreciate all opinions are welcome here. Honestly, genuinely, all opinions are welcome here. So thanks a lot. I really genuinely appreciate it. I'm not going to say too much. I'll get myself into trouble. Although I'd love to get into trouble on that subject. I don't want to get a WhatsApp from admin. Evening, Chris. Half marathon shoe conundrum. A New Balance Propel or New Balance Rebel? I'd go. Head says Propel. Heart says Rebel. Cheers, Chris. Looking forward to Middlesbrough half next Sunday. Catch up with you. Yep. Okay. Goodbye. Aero Dan. Yeah. He asked me how the Hoka was. He got one word response. Good luck. The review's coming out tomorrow. Thanks, Fraz. Appreciate it. There we go. Iron Man's banned everything. Cutouts. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. There we go. Dennis said, I've mentioned the Adidas Pro 3 a few times. Do they fit true size? They do for me. But for example, Ben can't find a size in the Pro 3 that works for him. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Person send the tires. The strength down the leg of it where the ankle rolls out was stability should safe it. Yes. But also, I wonder. I mean, I don't know if the physios, not physio, but in terms of strengthening that would obviously spending time in the gym working on that sort of stuff is going to help massively, right? Gary, what's your thoughts on Nimbus 25? Yeah, the Nimbus shoes are good, comfortable. Nimbus 27s are basically a waste of time. You're better off buying the 25, 26s. There's nothing new there. A bit more stack and whatever. Slightly softer foam, maybe, but they're up as an improvement versus the knit. But it's like, is it worth £180? No, absolutely not. So yeah, Nimbus 25 is a good shoe. I prefer the Glycerine Max over that shoe, but ultimately I prefer the Puma Mag Max over all of those shoes. That's just a shoe that's superior for me. It's stable. Nitro foam works very well at all paces. Doesn't feel heavy, even though the shoe is heavy. It's got a fantastic outsole on it. Looks good. Feels good. So I would say the Puma Mag Max is a good shout. But I think the Nimbus 25 is a comfortable running shoe, if not a trifle heavy. And the upper on them are very warm compared to something like the Mag Max and even the Glycerine Max. So yeah, that's a couple of other options. But yeah, I enjoy the Nimbus shoes. I think they need to do something with it. Make it a little bit more. I don't know. They need to reinvigorate it somehow. It's sort of got eaten up because the Super Blast is so good. I don't see why you'd buy the Nimbus. I'd just buy the Super Blast or Super Blast 2. Yeah, I just think they need to. I understand what it's there for. It's like a big monster cruiser, but I just can't buy the Super Blast 2. So it's Asics make phenomenal shoes, and they've been beaten by their own success really by making such a good shoe in the Super Blast. Sorry, I forgot my words. Nick Britton, what's this? Hi, Chris. I've got to test out the CLO X1 2.0cc. They are insane. Definitely not an everyday shoe. Absolutely awesome. What did you test them with, Nick? Interested to know. Come on, fully keep up. Yeah, Nick, let me know what you did in them. Super interested to know before I sort of down tools tonight. How long have we been going for? Mick, have you spoken to Matt Nash about the marketing? Actually spam with penguins. Okay, yeah. So the penguins were that was 40 runs volunteers dressed up as penguins. We had a load of volunteers at the Winter 10K, which is just amazing. It's another byproduct of being part of the club. You don't have to run to be involved. But yeah, it's amazing to see all our volunteers. It's amazing to see everybody all over the country. We was out and about. We had people in Seville running the marathon at the weekend. It's just insane, really, and it's going to get busier. It's brilliant. It really is. And say we go again every week. We go again. I'm at the Chelmsford Half on Sunday. I'm expecting to see a lot of you there as well, which is great. That's going to be a fantastic event. Super excited about that one. So I'm going to be rocking out the Adidas Pro 4 to see what the sizing like. Looking to run a sensible race, not push too hard, but probably open the taps up a little bit. I don't know the course. Apparently it's rolling, so but I'll try and open up the taps a bit on that one. Mindful I've got Brighton Marathon coming up, but the sort of hard work in regards to marathon training is starting this week. Even though he says that I've taken today off, but it starts this week. Speed sessions, mileage with goal pacing, all that sort of stuff. Gym, all the stuff that we've been doing as we look to sort of crank things up a little bit. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Nick has not come back to us with regards to his Cielo X1 testing that he's done to make these bold claims about how good it is. But yeah, it's the video on that one drops tomorrow. If you're interested at 11 o'clock on the channel, I say we've got to Thursday we'll have another video. Not 100% sure. and I want to get a video filmed this week on a shoe that I should, in theory, absolutely hate, but I kind of like it in a weird way. You'll have to wait to see till Saturday on that one. Sunday is the race vlog from the Winter 10K. And I think that's about it, guys. So again, thanks to everybody joining me live tonight. It really means a lot. Next week, you will have to bring a friend along. Remember, that's the drill now. By taking part in the show, you agree to bring something. No, you don't. But I shall see you all next week. Hopefully see some of you on Sunday. I am live again on Friday with the team. We are discussing Park Run on Friday. And is it getting too busy? I don't know the answer. You tell me. Join us on Friday. We shall be doing that. Nick, go and do more than 5K in them. Let us know. Come back on that one. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. But we are back live next Monday as well. Get involved, people, and I shall see you all next week as we settle in and get ready and move towards marathon season, people. I'm really excited. So yes, thanks for joining me. I shall see you all next Friday.